Hi, everyone. It's Jess, and I'm saying hello from the lovely state of Maine. If you didn't know, I did move to Maine. Um, Beautiful state filled with forests and ocean and a very special someone who I am living with now. This is my new yoga space up here in this beautiful state. And in an attempt to really begin to get out there in the community and teach yoga, I thought I would post a 20-minute video of a sequence I designed back in 2018 when I went through the yoga teacher training, recovery yoga teacher training at Zen and Now Studios in East Lyme, Connecticut. Amazing studio. If you are in the area, make sure you check them out. So here is just a 20-minute sequence focusing on our heart space, our heart energy center, also known as the Anahata or heart chakra. Chakra really just means energy center, and in our bodies there is believed to be 7 energy centers running from the base of our spine through the crown of our heads. So I designed this flow to focus on the heart chakra. It's a flow designed to help connect and integrate this central space within us all that tends to be, either wounded or feeling heavy sometimes, especially now when our planet is going through some pretty difficult things. The Amazon rainforest is burning down, as we know, and many of us are feeling that in our heart space, because we feel this connection to our planet, and it's sad and devastating. So this flow is designed to help kind of nurture your heart, open that space up again, and so that you can project loving kindness into the world, which is ultimately how we heal ourselves and heal each other. So if you'll join me, this is about a 15 to 20-minute sequence, short and sweet. You can come to your yoga mat or your blanket or anywhere on the floor at this time, and just find something to sit on. I'm sitting on a bolster, which is yoga word for pillow, really. So if you have a pillow to sit on or a rolled up blanket or blocks, feel free to come into that position now. And just find a comfortable seat and really digging your sit bones into the earth, and take a big inhale as you lengthen the spine up and grow taller, and then exhale it out the mouth. Good. You can close your eyes or keep them open as you begin to notice your breath, and inhaling through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Good. And just begin a natural flow of breath in and out through the nose. And just notice where you're at. Take a little scan of your body, starting from the root of your spine all the way to the crown. Gentle awareness all the way up and down your body as you breathe. Just noticing how you're feeling today without any judgment, just observation. Keeping that inhale going in through the nose, exhale through the nose. Good. And then just place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. We're going to come into a 3-part breath, also called the Dirga breath. And really all it is beginning on the inhale, pressing into the hand on the belly, feeling the belly expand, and then allowing the breath to open up the diaphragm, and then finally the chest. And pausing at the top of your inhale before you release on your exhale, and feel all 3 parts release down like a wave. Good. So inhaling, press into the belly, diaphragm rise, chest, exhale, chest falls, diaphragm, and then belly. Good. And just closing your eyes and beginning this wave of breath. This breath of awareness where you pause at the top and then let it go 1 part at a time. Good. Sitting up nice and tall, finding your breath, belly, diaphragm, chest, and then release each part as you go. Continuing a few more breaths like this, noticing if it's difficult or perhaps smooth breath happening, just noticing where you're at and continuing with a loving awareness of your breath. One more time. And when you get to the next inhale, pause at the top of that inhale. Just pause there. And then sip in a little bit more air. Just a little bit more. And then release out the mouth. Good. Release the hands, palms up by your side. Good. Now that we're sitting here nice and tall, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale the hands to heart center. Good. Reach up again. Exhale, hands to heart. And before we begin our practice, close your eyes, bow your head gently. In between your palms, just leave a little bit of space, a space for an intention for your practice today. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Perhaps it's just to find peace in this moment by saying, I am peaceful. Or perhaps saying, I am calm and centered. Or maybe going with the theme of our heart chakra, saying, my heart is open and full of love. And just take a breath as you breathe that intention in. Exhale it out the mouth. Good. And we'll revisit that intention as we flow today. So open the eyes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take a twist on over to the right. So your left hand comes to the right thigh, right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist and gaze behind you. And take a few breaths here. The breath will continue to flow throughout the entire practice. So make sure you're sticking with that calm, smooth breath. Gaze up and down, open up the neck. Good. And then inhale to center, arms come up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Right hand to left thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then twist from the belly button. So don't crank on the neck, just from the belly. And then look up and down, opening up the shoulder blades and the neck. Good. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. And now we're going to come to tabletop position. So simply remove your pillow or blanket, bring it off to the side, and come into your hands and knees. So cat tabletop position. And we're going to begin to flow through cat and cow. So wrists are under the shoulders. Make sure your knees are under the hips. And you're going to drop the belly, lift the gaze as you inhale. Good. And exhale, round the spine, drop the chin, press into the earth. Exhale. Good. And then just flow with your breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round out. Good. Really pressing into the earth with the palms as you round. Inhale, gaze lifts. Exhale, round it out. Good. And then take a few circles with the hips. So coming to the right and back, use your hands to kind of support you as your hips come around in a circular motion. Just pausing anywhere that feels like it needs an extra second. And then make sure you reverse your direction at some point. Good. Just really taking notice for what your body is saying. All our bodies are different. Yoga is about learning about your body and listening to what it needs, not to what I tell you, but what you need. Good. So come back to tabletop position. And then just take one more gaze up at the sky. Pause in this pose, this cow pose, and notice where your heart is shining in front of you. See if you can just imagine that heart space opening a little more. Breathing in. Exhale, round out. Good. And pause at this cat pose, like a Halloween cat. Imagine, like an upside down smiley face, right? Yep. And just pressing in, maybe rocking front and back before you come to table. And then come to your seat one more time. We're going to come into Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. So sitting up tall, you can have a blanket under the hips if this is difficult for you. And just bringing your hands to your feet, maybe giving a little massage to your arches as you sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, come forward just a little, bending from the waist, bending the elbows, maybe just 1 or 2 inches here. Good. And just feel the opening in the hips, maybe rocking side to side a little. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Bring the feet together and extend the feet out long. And I'll come the long long way on the mat so you can see as if I'm on the yoga mat too. So scooch out the flesh behind the seat. Feet, flex the feet. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms up. Exhale with bent knees, perhaps just reaching forward a little bit onto the ground. Your hands can rest here. Flex the feet. Notice how the spine lengthens and just kind of drapes over the legs. So we're not rounding yet. We're just keeping a nice long spine. Good. And then walk the hands on up. Bend the right knee. Give it a hug. Good. Maybe rock a little. And then take the left arm, wrap it around the left. Left arm wraps around the right leg. And with that flexed foot, inhale, lengthen, nice and tall. And exhale, gaze behind the right shoulder, taking another twist here. And you can stay here or you can look up and down, just noticing. I love this little tiny add-on with the head and these twists. You really feel it in your back and your neck. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Straighten both legs, shake it out a little bit. Bring in the left or opposite leg, whatever you did. Give a squeeze, lengthen the spine. Inhale, wrap the right arm around. Exhale. And then inhale to prepare. Lengthen the spine and gaze behind the left shoulder here. Remember, twisting from the belly button, not to crank the neck. Begin gazing up and down, nodding the chin. Good, and then release, come back to center, shake it out. We're gonna scoot the hips forward and keep the hands right behind you to begin. Feet are on the floor. We're gonna come into Navasana boat pose to kind of activate our core. And once we activate our core, we can really lift up from the chest and open those hearts more. So fingers pointing towards the hips. Lift up the spine nice and tall. Lean back a little bit and then just lift one foot off the ground and down. Good. Left and down. Right up, down, left, down. Good. Now lift both about halfway. Bent knees. You can keep the hands here to support you or bring them alongside the shins to kind of add on a little bit of fire. Good. Your fingers are strong. Inhale. Keep that chest shining forward, opening your heart, engaging the belly, either staying here or extending the arms and the legs. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring it on in. And we'll come back to our tabletop. I keep spinning around here, but you stay right where you are. Tabletop, and just flow through your cat and cow. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, rest into the earth. Good. Inhale, gaze. Exhale, down. Nice. Now we're going to bring the hands forward about a couple inches, a little bit more than your table. Curl the toes under. We're going to come into downward facing dog. So with bent knees, pressing up and back into your first downward dog. And just have some fluidity in your dog. So walking it out, bending one knee then the other. Take a check at your middle fingers. Are they pointing forward? We don't want them pointing out to the corners, but straight ahead. Pressing into the earth with your peace fingers. And then settling the heels down to the earth as best you can. Taking a breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Ah, good. Take another audible sigh like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out. Ah, good. Then we're going to inhale the right leg to the sky. Try to keep the toes dialed down. And then bring that right leg through, coming into a low lunge. You can drop the back knee. So your right foot should be parallel, your knee to your ankle. And the back toes can point. Then we're going to bring the hands to the right thigh. Square off the hips. Make sure you're facing in front. And then just kind of sink into that right leg a little bit here. Feeling the stretch through the hips and the glute area. And then you can raise the arms up on an inhale. Inhale, raise up. And then exhale, bend the arms, open up the heart. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, goalpost arms open up. Good, 2 more. And 1 more. Good, and bring the hands to heart center as you exhale, and then frame the foot. And then we're just gonna sit back and flex through that right foot, coming into half Hanuman, half split here. You can use blocks if you'd like alongside to help this out here. Just whatever you're doing, make sure this foot is flexed and square off the hips. Once again, you don't want to be sinking to the left or the right. Breathe into that right leg. Good. 1 more breath. Nice. And come forward into your low lunge. Curl the back toes under. Plant the hands, lift up. Come into your low lunge. And then bring that foot back. Come back into downward dog. Good. Take 2 breaths here. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Good. 1 more time. Nice. Left leg. Inhale. Lift the left leg to the sky. And then slowly bring it on through. Perhaps you need your hand to help you. That's okay. Drop the back knee, coming into your low lunge. And setting up your feet before you lift up. So make sure the ankle and the knee are stacked on top of each other. Hips are coming forward. And then starting by bringing the hands to the thigh and feeling that stretch as you look forward. And then maybe bringing your hands to your waist. Taking a breath here. And then lifting up the arms way up high. Inhale. Exhale, bend the arms, open up the chest. Good. 2 more times. Shining that heart. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Bring the hands to frame the foot. And then on your exhale, sit back, extend through the left foot, flex that foot, and feel a stretch in this half Hanuman. Breathe into that left hamstring here. Inhale. Good. Nice. Come on forward. Plant your hands. Extend through the, curl the toes under, extend that back leg, and we'll meet in downward facing dog for 2 breaths. When you're here, I like to stay fluid in my down dog. Maybe that means rolling around an ankle or, bending through one knee and the other. Just come back to stillness at some point before you transition. Good. And then gaze between your hands, bend the knees, and take lots of little baby steps all the way between your hands. With bent knees, inhale halfway, exhale, fold. And drop the head here for a moment, coming into a ragdoll. So either just shaking out the head, yes and no. Oh, yeah, I feel a lot of release from moving and carrying boxes. We carry a lot of tension up here. And maybe even take your hands to the back of your legs and just sweep down. Good, as you breathe. So inhale, and then exhale, release. Good, you can do that with your arms, almost like you're wiping off the energetic dust. And then even get the back of your neck and your head, like you're showering or something. Good. Yeah. And then bring the hands to the shins or the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms. Inhale, reach on up overhead. Hands come to heart center. Good. Find your mountain pose. Feet are hip width apart. Hands by your side. Chest lifts. Belly's pulling in. And I realize you can't see me. So that's okay. You'll have to listen to my cues. Take a breath here. Find your mountain. Good. Find something to gaze at. In yoga, we call the still focal point a drishti. It can be a speck on the wall. It can be an invisible speck. But just focus your eyes and breathe as you feel the strength in your body. And yet the gentleness that's taking place right now. Come back to your intention. When you started practice, I am full of love, and my heart is open. I am at peace. Whatever that intention is, breathe it in now. Exhale it out. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, reach on up. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale halfway. Exhale, lower down, plant the hands. We're going to come into plank pose. You can do this on your knees or full plank here. So if you are in plank, your wrists are under the shoulders, belly's pulling in, everything's pulling into the midline here. Imagine one long line of energy here. And take a breath in, exhale it out. Good. Either flow through chaturanga by lowering down, drawing the elbows in, or through your being on your knees, you can do that as well. Come all the way down to your belly. Good. Then we're going to inhale, come into Sphinx pose. Little back bend here. Crazy here. Right? So if you're in Sphinx, your toes are pointed behind you, elbows under the shoulders, and hands are planted. Shining the heart as you inhale. Exhale. Good. Take a little gaze over one shoulder. Maybe see if you can spot your leg. Inhale to center. Exhale, gaze over the opposite shoulder. Good. Come back to center. And just drop the chin to the chest in this pose. Still pulling the lower back, lifting a little bit from the back here, but dropping the head. Good. And then lift on up. And come down. Plant the hands next to the ribs and lift on up. Press back to child's pose. So either widen your legs with the toes touching, or your legs can be centered. Try both. See what feels good for you. And then walk the arms forward, reaching forward as you drop the forehead to the earth here. And take 5 deep breaths on your own. In through the nose. Out through the nose or mouth. By breathing out of your mouth, you're releasing stored up energy. So often my practice starts with a lot of open mouth exhales, but eventually turning into simply nostril breathing. So no more exhales out the mouth or as often. So try both. See how breathing in through the nose and out through the nose feels in contrast to the mouth exhale. Good. And just feeling the support of the earth here and the gratitude that we have in our hearts for this earth that cares for us and supports us all day long. Send her some love as you breathe. Good. And then come on up to table. And we're just going to come onto our backs. So any way that works for you, just come onto your bottom. Scoot your hips forward a little bit. And just lower down, one vertebrae at a time, onto your back. Good. And then before we move anywhere here, just come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So those butterfly legs, one more time. Open them up. One hand to belly, one hand to heart. And just jump right into that 3-part Dirga breath. So inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Yeah, take 2 breaths like that and see how it feels. Good. Checking in, noticing, being. Good. Open the eyes, close the knees together like a book. We're going to come into eagle pose, Garudasana, on our backs. So drape the right leg over the left. It can just kind of hang out, but remain active as well. So our right leg is going to come over, and our right arm is going to go under the left arm. And we're going to wrap the arms around, trying to have extended fingers, shoulders kind of in line with the elbows here. So you can stay here and just feel the stretch. If this is a lot for your shoulders, you can just give yourself a hug. Or if you want to come for the ab workout ride, you're going to lift the legs off the earth and you can try to wrap the feet a little bit more. or just leave them. We're going to inhale and then exhale, draw the elbows and the knees together. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, close it up. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. 3 more. Bring together on the exhale. Good. 2 more. 1 more time. And exhale, squeeze. Good. And release. Extend the arms and legs long. Take a big breath in. Exhale out the mouth. That's a good open mouth. Exhale. And then just preparing for eagle on the other side. So bending both knees yet again, about hip width apart. Bring the left leg over the right and then left arm under the right. Coming into your twist and deciding if you're going to stay with the legs on the ground and just crunching up, you can do that. Or lifting up through the bottom set of legs. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze them together. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring them together. Good. 3 more. One more time. Squeeze. Good. And release. Bring your arms and your legs down by your side, extending all the way down. Good. And just take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And we're going to finish this heart opening practice with a supported fish pose. So what that is a heart opening posture. And you don't need a whole lot for it. If you have that rolled up blanket with you, that would be great. Or if you have a bolster or blocks to put behind your back, all it is just bringing, if you have a long bolster or a pillow, your goal is to start laying on it, on the back of the lower back here, and just laying all the way back so that your heart begins to open comfortably. So you can either lay on a bolster like this. I'll show you how to set up with 2 blocks. If you only have blocks, you can also do this with blocks. Or if you have a blanket, you can do it too. I'll show you all the ways so you can do it. If you have your blocks, doesn't matter what size, you're going to put one on the floor the long way like this in line with your spine. Okay, so right behind you. And then this one will come kind of like a headrest behind your head. So you're making a T shape there for your back. And then you're just going to lay about mid-back or your bra line if you wear bras. About in the mid-back area. And then just lowering down onto the blocks. And your feet can extend. Long toes are pointed, palms facing up. And just taking some breaths here. And exhale. Good. Relax the shoulders to the earth. Palms are facing up as a sign of receiving love and guidance from our planet. Good. And see if you can soften here a little bit. Open and close the mouth maybe, or relax the eye sockets. Whatever you can do to release just a little bit more. Big breath in. Exhale it out. Good. Just pausing for a moment and scanning your body, beginning at the crown of your head, noticing sensation, beginning at the crown, moving down through the head and the neck and the shoulders and the heart, the belly, the hips, thighs, knees, lower leg, feet, shoulders, upper arm, elbow, lower arms and wrists. And having the option to either remain in supported fish pose if you're very comfortable, either adding on Supta Baddha Konasana legs, or remaining just as you are, or coming off of your supports onto the earth for traditional Shavasana. Corpse pose, which is the most important pose of our practice. Take up lots of space so feet and arms can extend wide, palms facing up. And we're going to close our practice with a little muscle tightening, a little muscle tension to allow us to relax even deeper. So I'm going to count to 10. And as I count, I want you to slowly tighten all the muscles in your body, little by little. So by the time I get to 5, you're halfway to full muscle tension. I mean, squeezing, all that tightening, right? When we get to 10, we'll release and slowly bring the tension out. So in preparation, take a breath in, exhale it out. Good, I'm going to start counting, start tightening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway tension. 6, 7, 8, 9, squeeze it all together. 10, hold really tight, squeezing everything. And then we're going to release 9, slowly. 8, 7, 6, 5, halfway. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Big breath in. Exhale it out. Coming now into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Let everything go. Your breathing can return to its normal state. And just allow your body to be at rest for this sacred time in our practice that allows us to really integrate the work that we put into it. Continuing to remain in this pose. You can remain as long as you like. But as you lay there, bring your awareness to the sound of my voice. And I'm going to read a poem by a beautiful writer named Dana Faulds. And this poem is called Breathe In, Breathe Out. Breathe in spaciousness and acceptance of what is. Breathe out resistance. Breathe in possibility and optimism. Breathe out fear and doubt. Breathe in ease. Breathe out the need to change the way this moment is unfolding. Breathe in the certainty that we really are so much bigger than pain and suffering. Breathe out limitation and conditioning. Breathe in divinity and openness. Breathe out a prayer of thanks that even in the midst of difficulty, there is awareness. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And feel free to remain in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Or you can begin awakening with small movements in the fingers and the toes, gradually increasing the movement until you roll onto your right side, pausing in a fetal position just for a moment before coming up into a comfortable seat with your eyes closed, sitting up nice and tall. Good. And as we close out our practice, we'll inhale and reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Now place one hand flat on the heart and the left hand right on top of that heart space. And just take a few moments to send some gratitude and thanks to your own heart for being the central energy in all of your 7 chakras and allowing things to flow through you. And just bow your head a little bit as you take a breath in through the nose, exhale out the mouth, and then bring your hands together and heart by your heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. May your hearts be open and filled with love and light. Bring our thumbs to our forehead and we bow to each other as we say, Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I definitely plan on putting out more videos, and I hope this was helpful for some of you in finding some openness, spaciousness in your hearts. Go on and go forth. Remember to breathe and try to smile and laugh a little bit. Makes things much easier and lighter. Much love. Namaste.